All's Fair on Hulu. That two-part finale, all I gotta say is free Dina. Glenn Close is my girl on this show, and they need to let her go. I don't care if she killed Mr. Walton or not, because he deserved to die. So let's pour out a little bit for my girl Dina, because she deserves it, man. Life is coming at her fast. Her husband recently passed away. Now she locked up. But I want to talk to you about some theories that I have, right? Because at this point, after watching the finale, I'm a bit turned off from the show, just to be honest with you. But I do think that there's a few storylines or a few angles that Ryan Murphy and his team could take for season 2 that could really elevate this show. So today we're going to talk theories and predictions for season 2 or the next episode. I'm actually hearing whispers that episode 9 was not the last episode, that we might be getting another episode next week. So not sure about that. But before I get into things, guys, if you're new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Brandi, and I realize that you could be on any channel in the world, but you're right here with me, and I really do appreciate that. So please go ahead and like this video. It really does help the channel out, and I greatly appreciate it. And also subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy watching TV show reviews and also movie reviews. I feel like Tyra Banks.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
I was rooting for this show. I really was. And let me know down below what you think, guys. Do you think the finale fell flat? Do you plan on watching season 2? As for me, I think when season 2 does come out, I will watch maybe 2 to 3 episodes max. And if I'm not feeling it, I am done with this show. Now, my first theory has to do with the very end of episode 9. We all saw it, guys. They were at the conference table. And when I say they, I'm referring to Car, Liberty, Emerald, and Allura, all of the ladies, and they called Dina in to address her alleged mental decline, because we saw in an earlier scene that Car went to Allura privately to say that they need to confront Dina because she's concerned about her mental capacity. She thinks that Dina may have dementia, and they really need to confront her because this can be detrimental to the law firm now that Dina is somewhat of a silent partner, or an advisory partner as they called her. So Allura agrees that they would confront Dina. So I didn't think that they would confront Dina in front of Car, which leads me to theory 1, that the ladies are plotting against Car. I really think that after Allura had that initial conversation with Car about Dina's mental decline, I think that the 4 ladies hatched the plan. I think they went into maybe the mediation room, the study or something, and they said, listen, we're going to play chess and not checkers. We're going to let Car think that, we're believing everything she says. Dina, we're going to call you into the conference room. You're going to play along. And I think they are way too smart to turn against Dina just because of something that Car, who is their enemy, said about Dina. So I really think that they're just devising a plan, and that we're going to see that storyline at the beginning of season 2. And we see in that last scene of episode 9 that Car is extremely evil. She even lied and said that Dina threw a glass of wine in her face. And I really think that these ladies have cameras in the building. And I think when they went to meet separately, I think that they probably pulled those cameras to find out the truth. And not only that, but Emerald is like a top-notch investigator. Do you really think that Car could just conjure up some text messages? When she was talking about that she still has conversations with Dougie, she just had a screenshot of the text messages. Do you really think that Emerald wouldn't verify that information? So again, just think that Car, she really showed her evil hand to us as the audience, but the ladies are just playing her. Which leads me to my second theory. Since we know now how devious Car can be, I really think that Car is the one that killed Mr. Walton, and that she's framing Dina. And let me tell you why. For some reason, it was on episode, it might have been 6, I believe, or 7, where Car was going off on Emerald during a mediation between Allura and Chase. And she said to Emerald that she has pictures of Emerald in a compromising position from when she was SA'd. And I always thought, like, how did Car know about that situation, and how would Car have access to those pictures, right? So that just lets us know right there that Car, she has connections either in the police department, somewhere, somehow, because how would she know about Emerald's pictures? But now that makes me think that Car somehow, she found out about the essay against Emerald. And I know it sounds like I'm reaching, but this is what makes the show fun, because if I'm not going to have fun with this show, I can no longer watch it. But anyway, so it makes me think that Car somehow found out about the essay of Mr. Walton, and I think she went to his house, and I think she bludgeoned his genitals before she staged his own unaliving. And another reason I think Car killed Mr. Walton is we see how much Car, she really does adore Dina. Well, not at the last episode or two, but we see that Car has really been on Dina's D, if you know what I mean, right? The whole season, Car just thinks that Dina is mother. And we know from what Dina said when they found out that Mr. Walton was the one that actually essayed and attacked Emerald, that they thought that Mr. Walton was going to come for Dina next, that Emerald was just a pawn in the game and that he was making some moves, but ultimately he wanted to hurt Dina. And I think Car found out that information, and you know, she really wanted to ride for Dina. But not only that, she wanted to frame Dina, because we see at the end of episode 9 that once the police officers came in and they locked Dina up, that Car, she crossed off Dina's name in her little devious notebook. That is crazy. So I really think it's a few reasons why Car would have killed Mr. Walton. Now, this is the third wild theory that I have. I really think that Allura wants Milan's baby. We see that Allura, she hired Milan back to work at the law firm after Milan betrayed her in the worst way. And I think that Allura really just wants that baby. I think she's going to use emotional manipulation, you know, tell Milan that she could do a better job at being a mother to her unborn child. So some way, somehow, I think that Allura is going to try to get custody of that baby. Now, speaking of Allura and Milan, this leads me to some questions I have that have been unanswered this entire season. One being, why does everybody want to be Allura? We see that Car, she dressed up as Allura. She hired her Allura's exact same stylist and she emulated her. Why? Why does everybody want to be Allura? Milan said the same thing too when Allura confronted her about being pregnant by Chase. She said, I just wanted to be you. I wanted to know what it felt like to walk in your shoes. Like, what? So somebody please fill in that blank for me. Everybody wants to be Allura because blank, because I do not have the answer. Another question that I had was, how does Car plan on taking the firm down if and when she does become partner? Which she might have a chance of becoming partner now, because we know that the secret vote was 2-2. There was a tie. And now that Dina is locked up, she technically might not be a partner now if we don't see her get out on the next episode. So technically, Car could be in there. Car could be a partner, y'all. So I'm wondering, what is her strategy? Like, what is she going to do? Is she going to lose cases? Like, how can you possibly take the firm down without compromising yourself? And my next question is, why on earth would the ladies even entertain interviewing Car to be a partner at their law firm? I understand that they have a heavy workload and they need to hire somebody else, but why? I would never in life imagine hiring a Car, hiring my op to work at my law firm. Like, what's up with that storyline altogether? But anyway, guys, let me know down below what questions you have after finishing this entire season 1. What's baffling you? What's puzzling you? What's disturbing you? What's keeping you up at night? Well, I'm sure this show not keeping you up at night is really not that interesting and not that good to keep anybody up at night. But again, I will watch a few episodes of season 2 once it drops, because I do want to know if any of the theories that I mentioned are going to come to fruition. I want to know. But anyway, guys, happy holidays to you. I love you all. If you made it this far in the video, drop in the comments a red heart and say Merry Christmas to me back. I love you all. See you next time. Peace.